Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Emmanuel, I'm an airline pilot, and today we are going to fly the Leonardo Fly the MADDOG MD-83 once again. We're standing here in the good old classic Aeroloid German airline. Now that one is defunct since a little while, but they were the only German operators of the MD-80s. So in order to fly down to Frankfurt, I'd say this is about the best we can get here. Now they did fly this flight in the 1980s and 90s in the real world here as well with the MD-83, and it was Aeroloid flight 912 Hamburg to Frankfurt, and we are going to fly this one just today. On top of that, I have installed the VATSIM Plus sound pack for the MD-80 in order to enhance our sounds a little bit, make everything sound a little bit more realistic here. So with the basics now set, let's go ahead and enter our flight deck in order to start setting our aircraft up for today's trip. Now we're going to start with the cockpit safety inspection. That's going to be battery switch on and lock. Then the windshield wiper selector is in the off position, the landing gear lever is down, the hydraulic auxiliary and standby pumps are in the off position, and the flap slat lever is up retracted, speed brake lever retracted and disarm circuit breakers. They are simulated in this aircraft, so we better have a quick look over here, and they're all in. Okay, wonderful. So then let's see if we can grab ourselves a ground power unit. GSX should be capable of doing that on this aircraft, since it does have quite some good integration here. So request ground power unit please, and then we'll see what's going to come out of that. In the meantime, let's go ahead and start checking our flight plan. So we are going to start our EFB over here, and we'll start with the aircraft services, and we'll take the ground services ground power unit connected over here. Wonderful. Okay, very good. So power is now available to our aircraft, so let's go ahead and switch it on. Okay, next up we are going to start the APU because our air conditioning is definitely going to be necessary. So let's start with a fire test here. Okay, that stuff works. Then we'll turn one of the fuel pumps on and APU master to run, and then to start. Okay, so it's gonna take a short while until the APU has started here. Start process is now initiated, so the switch can go back into the run position. We'll give it a little time to start up. In the meantime, we can go ahead and carry out the rest of our checks here. So okay, go ahead. So that stuff is done. Emergency lights into arm. We still have to refuel the aircraft, so gonna give it a little while here. Okay, then APU is running and the packs are both coming on to cool the airplane down a little bit. Wonderful. So with all that good stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and do our light test. Here we go. And all the lights are working just about fine. Wonderful. So, cabin pressurization control lever is in the auto position, rudder and aileron trims free and 0. And that's our preliminary setup complete here. So then we can start with our FMS setup. And while we're waiting for that, how about we are going to open the doors and the stairs, and the same goes for the aft doors over here and the cargo doors. And with all of that good stuff done, let's quickly go into our weight and balance options over here. So this is our setup. We are going to import it from the SimBrief OFP. And now let's go ahead and have a look at the OFP itself. Weather, departure airport Hamburg, very good weather conditions. No need to even talk about that stuff. And for our destination Frankfurt, we're looking at good weather conditions as well. Tomorrow we're gonna have some thunderstorms, but that is not going to be our problem today. Alternate Frankfurt-Hahn looking good as well. So with all of that out of the way, if we have a look into the OFP, Our minimum fuel is 7,000 kilos, and I don't see any reason to take more than that here. Might be a little bit of arrival delay in Frankfurt, but the alternate has very good conditions. Okay, so then let's go into the weight and balance one more time and make sure that we have sufficient fuel here. So 3,500 per side, please. And here we go. Okay, 140 guests. The bags are distributed and 7,000 kilos of fuel. All of that is looking good. So, fuel requested is looking good. Maintenance doesn't really seem to be working in here. That's fine for me. Alright. Fair enough. Request boarding, please. And looks like the airport gives us stairs, then we don't need our own. Let's quickly put the auxiliary hydraulic pump on so that the stairs can actually extend and retract properly here. Same for the flaps. Okay. Very good. So that stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and start with our setup down here. So we got an MD-83 JT8D engines. The nav database is current. Position initialization will take the GPS position. And before we go ahead with our route setup and that stuff, let's go onto the ACARS. Crew is on board already, thank you. So, ACARS, pre-flight, initialize data. Let's make the request down here. Gonna take a small while, and here it is. Hamburg to Frankfurt, 1 hour and 4 minutes. Looking good. Then, 4-hour weight and balance, trip fuel. Is 3398. Taxi fuel 272, and the block fuel is going to be 7,000. We don't have any restricting takeoff weight here. Max takeoff weight will apply. The runway is more than long enough for that. Okay. So ACARS data is sent. We can also go ahead and request our flight plan down here. And well, why not? Let's get our PDC as well. Invalid entry. Huh. Recipient Hamburg. Gate is gate 9er. Invalid. Huh. 09? Yep, that works. Okay, fair enough. That's fine for me. Okay, so request ATIS, and we'll go for Hamburg, please. Departure ATIS, looking good. Send. So let's see. Here's our flight plan. Crew message. That's preliminary weights 51.7, zero fuel CG 10.3. Looking just about fine. Okay, and our departure ATIS, Hamburg Information Foxtrot at 1250. What's the time right now? Actually, I have a feeling I forgot to set my sim to real time. That's better. So, the ATIS is 23 minutes old. So, 05 for takeoff. Transition level 70, wind 120 at 6, slightly variable. Carvok 28 degrees 1012. And that is set everywhere now. Wonderful. And what did I just say was our identifier Foxtrot. Okay, beautiful. So, pre-flight, departure request, ATIS, Foxtrot, and the rest is still filled in. Moin. Okay, edit. Moin. Will you? Yes, no, maybe? Huh. Interesting. Okay, doesn't matter, we can leave it blank. So, Hamburg to Frankfurt, Aeroloid 912, Gate 9er, ATIS Foxtrot, MD-83, recipient Hamburg, sent. Okay, wonderful. So with that out of the way, let's go back into our FMS and start our setup. So we're going from Hamburg towards Frankfurt, and our departure is going to be off runway 05. On the other side, I'm going to open our flight plan here. Okay, so via Ideco. I believe it is 7 Charlie off 05. Does that make sense? Probably. Okay, so for our routing then, where's the entire route string? Here it is. November 850. And then we continue via Tango 152. And just a quick check, P road is in there towards Kerax. And the arrival is going to be most likely 07 right, maybe 07 left, we'll see. And via the Kerax 5 Delta arrival. Okay, activate, execute, and that's it. So, new ATC message, that's probably going to be our PDC. So, received messages. Here it is, cleared to Frankfurt, off 05, Ideco 7 Charlie, squawk 1000, slot mean departure interval, next frequency 121705, it is Foxtrot, request startup 121705. Okay, Wilco. And departure frequency doesn't say in there, huh? Okay, request received, being processed, standby, we had that part, let's close that off. Okay. And CDA received, clearance confirmed, close. Wonderful, so our route has just been confirmed. Then let's go back over to our load sheet. $51.7. And the fuel 7 with the normal schedule. Reserves. Should have that somewhere in our flight plan in here as well. Let's see if we can find it. Reserves 2.9. Wonderful. Okay, cruising in flight level 230. For the wind, you have anything here? 204 at 23. ISI deviation, top of climb OAT minus 22. Transition altitude 5000 is good, and well, that basically leaves us with the takeoff data, which we'll leave empty for now. So then let's go ahead and grab ourselves some charts. So, Hamburg, sit, and we are going via Ideco. So Ideco 7 Charlie, straight at Delta Hotel 150, maximum 210 knots. And we have that. Then it's a left turn via 153 above 4000. And we have that as well. And then on via Elzop, southbound 163 and Ideco. So Elzop 163 and Ideco. Perfect. Initial climb clearance 5000. Here we go, and that's it. Beautiful. So that part of the setup is already completed. Okay, so then let's start on the overhead panel here. Nothing up there. Voice recorder test. No? Ah, here we go. Just took a little while. Okay, we'll turn the galley power on for now. And another new ACAS message. Man, these things are going quick here. What about the refueling? Still not completed. Well, let's request refueling. Okay, another ACAS message. Man, we will deal with it in a while. Okay, and then going to the top. GPWS test? No?
Flight slow.
Huh. That's interesting. Okay, so be it. So, today is the 7th of October, flight 912, first leg of the day, insert.
Don't think. Too low. Terrain. Too low.
Interesting, they can play at the same time.
Flat. Too low. Terrain.
Okay, any skip test. Works.
Bank angle. Minimum. 2,500. 1,000. 500. 400. 300. 200.
Come on, you can stop now.
50. 40. 30.
Okay, so landing elevation is going to be about 350. Here we go. QNH 1013 looking good. All that good stuff here is looking good. Okay, leading us to our flight control panel. So 050 heading. We'll deal with the speed later on. And down here everything is set. The flight director can come on right now. Strobe light onto both. That horizon took a little while here. Okay, 7,000 kilos on board. Wonderful. And then down here, CG was forecast at 10 point something. Let's just enter that already. So, onto our transponder. Alpha, Echo, Foxtrot 912. Enter. Okay, 121.5 onto COM2. We'll leave COM1 where it is for now. Auto brake armed, and we can open the crossbleed valves. Well, and that's it for now with our setup. So, we do have a load sheet over here. Final. Wonderful. Okay. So, 51.6. Here we go, 51.6, and in here we have 51.7. 7,000 kilos, looking correct. And that is going to result in a takeoff weight of 58.4. 58.6 is the current gross weight. 139 guests on board. Acknowledge. Okay, zero fuel weight CG is 10.5 for the takeoff weight 13.6. So it's CG 13.6, something over here. Then let's go ahead and start calculating our performance. So Hamburg, dry. The wind was 120 at 7. Was it? Am I confusing that now? Let's see one more time. 8 is. 120 at 6. 28 degrees, 1012. So 120 at 6, 28, 1012. Runway 05, optimum flags, anti-ice off, packs on, and the takeoff weight 58.6. Alright, calculate. Flap 6. 50 degrees flex temperature. So ART off and 50 degrees. Here we go. Okay, flap 6, speeds 137, 142, 151. So 137, 142 and 151. Okay, and flaps 6. Here we go. Okay, beautiful. So with that we should be done with about everything. So aft stair still extended. Gotta turn on the auxiliary pump to retract it. Here we go. Okay then, ground power unit can be removed, and then, if GSX is ready with everything, which they seem to be, prepare for pushback and departure. Just be sure the parking brake is set so that it doesn't accidentally start to move us, but that should be fine. We'll deal with the ground power in a few moments. In the meantime, I'd say 5000, 050, so 151. Is set. Beautiful. So, load sheet is acknowledged and all those things are completed in here. So, frequency 121.705 is what they said on the PDC.
Correct. Turkish 7 Papa Quebec, and which intersections are you able for?
Okay, well, while they are busy on the frequency, let's do the cockpit crew checklist. DFDR set, HRS alignment checked,
Sure.
FMS set, emergency lights, test and armed, no smoking on. Okay, tell you what, we'll put the seatbelts on already as well. So, no smoking's on, windshield NEI's on. Stall warning tested, air conditioning supply is on, position and strobe light both, fire protection tested, TRI tested, fuel quantity 7,000 kilograms, altimeters QNH 1012 cross-checked, fuel shut-off closed and cabin pressure auto, cockpit crew checklist complete. Hamburg, moin moin, Aeroloid 9012, request startup.
Airline 9012, pushback approved, startup approved, facing north, Zulu 5.
Aeroloid 9012, push start approved, facing north, Zulu 5.
And Airline 9012, squawk 1000, and which intersection are you able for?
Aeroloid 9012, squawk 1000, unable any intersections.
Roger, full length.
Okay, so then so close that down and ignition system A it is. Okay. So that stuff is looking good. What is GSX doing? Waiting for other services to complete. Which ones? Oh, sorry. Well, now it started the pushback sequence. I thought it did that earlier already. I just saw the tuck out there and thought it was connected. Might have been my mistake here. Anyway, let's go ahead with the before start checklist. Parking brake and pressure. So that's set and check pneumatic pressure, 42 psi, engine ignition A, tank pumps on, seatbelts on, anti-collision light on, APU norm econ, norm, air conditioning supply off, galley power is off, pneumatic thrust feeds open, thrust levers idle, before start checklist complete. So why is the external power still connected?
Hold short of runway 33, Lufthansa 205.
And then holding short, runway 33, Lufthansa 205.
Now it's gone. Okay. Well, I really wonder what GSX is doing. Aeroloid 9012, sorry, GSX is acting up. We might need another minute. Is the clearance still going to be valid?
Airline 9012, yeah, pushback, clearance remains valid, there's no other traffic on your part of the apron.
Roger, I call you when we're moving, Aeroloid 9012. Okay. I really thought GSX would have been quicker here. But anyway. So, we are done with everything down here. So, lifting us up right now, then they should hopefully be gone. So, facing north on to Zulu 5, that's going to be a pushback with a nose to the left over here. So, continue. Start engines before pushback, no. And nose left. Okay, ground from flight deck, go ahead. So, please confirm doors, hatches closed, ground equipment removed, and bypass pin is installed. That's all confirmed. Roger, clear the push. Park and brake released.
855.
Roger, start of the push, stand by for engine start. Aeroloid 9012, we are moving now.
Roger.
Okay, beautiful. So let's just use that little cheat down here to get our performance chart down here. So, final climb speed 206 for the flap retraction. So that's just underneath the 210 that is our limit. So we're just about fine. Okay, ground flight, you're clear to start engines. Roger, starting in sequence 2 then 1. Engine 2 start. And 2.
Turkish 7, Papa Kodak ready for taxi.
Oil pressure and 1. Bring on the fuel.
Turkish 7 Papa Quebec, taxi via Zulu 1 and Bravo 3, hold short of runway 33.
Taxi via Zulu 1, Bravo 3, hold short of runway 33.
Okay, we have a good start on 2, starting 1. Clear 1. Engine 1 start. Okay, push complete, set brakes. Brake set. So, N2, oil pressure, N1. That's 20%. Fuel coming on. Okay, 40%. Starter off. Okay, ground, we have 2 good starts. You're clear to disconnect. Show me the sign on the left side, please, with a pin, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye. Okay, where is all the ground crew? Barely able to see anything here, huh? But I think I just saw someone walk here. Yeah, there he is. Perfect. And he's holding a pin in the hand. So, beautiful.
Hamburg Tower, guten Tag, Delta Hotel Bravo Mike Charlie, einmal Radio Check bitte.
Yep, there he is.
Delta
And
Hotel
that's the clear
Bravo
sign
Mike
received. Perfect.
Charlie, Hamburg, Vorfeld.
So, generators are on.
Apron, I read you 5 and stand by please.
Okay.
Papa Quebec,
So, galley power on.
126,
Ignition off, APU off.
Contact.
Packs going on. Anti-ice is not needed. Heater heaters coming on. So, flap 6.
Position Physics Echo, stand by. Turkish 7 Papa Quebec, contact Hamburg Tower 126.855.
Contacting
Okay,
Hamburg Tower,
flight control track.
126.885 for Turkey 7 Papa Kodak.
Full up.
Negative.
Full down,
126
neutral,
decimal
full left,
855.
full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral.
Lufthansa 6 Echo.
Okay, after start
Information
checklist.
Foxtrot,
Electrical system
requesting
checked,
IFAR
engine
level to
ignition,
Paris as file.
sorry, galley power on, engine
Lufthansa
ignition
6
off,
Echo,
pitot and static
standby,
heaters on
contact
cap,
number 1 for clearance.
anti-ice off, air conditioning supply,
Delta,
auto, door lights,
Double Mike Charlie.
out, hydraulic systems,
Delta Hotel Bravo Mike Charlie dazu.
on and high,
Delta
after
Mike
start checklist
Charlie,
complete.
haben Sie eine Anfrage?
Wir brauchen noch 5 Minuten.
Alles klar.
Aeroloid 912, request taxi.
Airline 912, taxi via Zulu 5 Bravo 3 at Bravo 3 gives way to the Airbus A321 from the right and hold short runway 33.
Aeroloid 912, taxi Zulu 5, Bravo 3, and just to confirm it's the Airbus that's straight in front of us, hold short runway 33.
Airline 912, affirmative.
Roger, so we taxi straight and hold short in front of the Airbus, Aeroloid 912.
Correct.
Or in other words, we don't taxi.
Emirates 57 heavy on Alpha 5.
Can do a couple meters, I suppose,
Emirates 57 Hamburg apron.
just so that we get the brake check out of the way.
We
So
are
brake check. Works perfectly.
62 gate 02 via Zulu 1 Emirates 57.
Okay, so Bravo 3 is the first one to the left, and we got a hold shot of the Airbus, so... That's it.
Lufthansa
Is he just parking there, or...?
6 Echo. Are you ready to copy your clearance?
Sorry, say again please, Lufthansa 6 Echo.
Lufthansa 6 Echo, are you ready to copy your clearance now?
Yeah.
Lufthansa 6 Echo.
Okay, the
information
Turkish is moving.
Startup approved, clear to visa. Correct, clear to Paris via visa for Charlie departure. Flight plan route climb yesterday to 5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Okay then, to the left over here. We don't have to worry about those checkpoints, we're cleared all the way to the holding point.
Say again please, Lufthansa 6 Echo. Sorry.
First Airline 912, contact Hamburg Tower 126.855, just
126.855, Aeroloid 912, just.
Lufthansa 6 Echo, information Foxtrot, startup approved.
That was very good that he gave us the handoff first. Tower low, Aeroloid 912, holding short 33.
Airline 912 Hamburg Tower, hello, 1, Reise on runway 15, standby short.
Roger, holding short.
20 degrees 6 knots, runway 01, connection 15, clear to land, vacate via Echo 4.
Okay, so parking brake set.
Runway 15.
One arrival first. Okay, yeah, that guy seems rather low already. Definitely makes sense that we are waiting. Okay, so let's confirm our departure briefing here. It is going to be a left-seat takeoff on runway 05. We might as well just set the display up here for the FO as well. Okay, runway 05, and the sit straight ahead, initially 210 knots, with a left turn out, and we do have an automatic handover at 2000 feet, frequency 119.510.
The 205, roger.
So, 119.510.
205, not the info, ready for takeoff, sagt man nicht, nur ready for departure.
Oh ja, Entschuldigung, ja, dann ready for departure.
Ja, das ist schon richtig.
Very nice. Always a learning environment, isn't it? Okay,
Thanks. The 205, wind 120 degrees 6 knots, runway
so
05,
takeoff clearance for that one, and thereafter probably the handoff for the Ryanair, and then our crossing, I guess.
Rheinländer Victor Alpha, taxi via Echo 1, hold
Yep,
short of runway
as expected.
05.
Okay, so nav mode is armed, and for the takeoff we are using speeds 137, 142, 151.
Turkish 7 Papa Quebec,
Um,
taxi to Honeycomb runway 05.
Flap retraction,
Delta 1.
once we're above plus 10, and then flat retraction at the bug, and 210 knots at first. And that's pretty much it, isn't it? Was it
Turkish
called?
7 Papa Quebec,
No,
taxi
Turkish.
trolling on runway 05 via Delta 1.
Taxiing to runway
Okay,
05
well,
via
that's it.
holding
Any
point Delta
questions?
1 for Turkish
No?
7 Papa Quebec.
Wonderful.
Airline 912, cross runway 15, thereafter continue via Golf.
Course 15, continue Golf, Aeroloid 912. Alright, so lights are on, brakes off, and via Golf is the one over here.
Cross runway 05 and on the other side, apron 121, 705.
Okay, so clear on the right side, clear on the left side, beautiful. Okay, so Golf is that one over here, and then we continue alongside the tower, and then we'll check what we're up to.
The 205, contact Bremen radar 119er 510.
Contacting Bremen radar 119er 510.
That guy did not read his chart. When you're passing 2,000 feet in the climb, you're supposed to contact departure on your own here in Hamburg. That's always why it's quite a good idea to read those notes on the charts here. So if we take a look at our departure chart here one more time, then we can see on the top right.
Continue holding point runway 05 via Golf Delta 1.
Continue holding point 05, Golf Delta 1, Aeroloid 912. Okay, so as mentioned, then you can see on here on the tower remain at tower frequency until 2000, then contact Bremen radar, and that's the frequency over there. Now the frequencies do vary on VATSIM, that's why they are usually mentioned in the ATIS or in the departure clearance, but in general the procedure is the same as in real life. As per the chart, 2000, contact departure. Okay, so we're cleared by Golf Delta 1, that means straight ahead and then off to the left hand side.
Turkish 7 Papa Quebec, line up runway 05.
So Delta 1 off to the left to the full length. Okay, taxi checklist. TRI ART.
Order with 1 Mike Golf Romeo, taxi
Off.
via Echo 1, hold short of runway 1.
Speedbox. So we have 137, 142, 151,
Turkish 7
and
Papa Quebec, Hamburg Tower.
that is set. Okay, flight guidance system is set. Flight controls checked. Flaps and slats. 6 extended. And takeoff briefing and data is checked. Taxi checklist complete.
Always to call you twice. So runway 05, clear for takeoff, wind 110 degrees, 5 knots.
Clear for takeoff runway 05, wind 110 degrees, 5 knots.
Now he's a bit over attentive. Reading back the winds. You don't have to do that, but as mentioned, it's a learning environment. Okay, so Turkish is known to be rather slow in the real world as well, so we can take our time here. I mean, we are going 28 knots already. There's not much more that I can actually do, but we can definitely take our time here. So, in order to be able to read my instruments a little bit better, let's get rid of that yoke. After all, I have a physical yoke in front of me. Okay, so Turkish. He's going quick for a Turkish. Measured against real life standards, that is. So the holding point is over there. Down towards 10 knots for the turn.
Hamburg, Scandinavian 2, hello, on the ILS 15.
Okay, off we go around the turn.
2, Hamburg Tower, hello.
Aeroloid 912, ready. Lineup clearance.
Airline 912, line up runway 05.
Lineup runway 05, Aeroloid 912. Cabin crew, prepare for departure. Okay, before takeoff checklist. Trims. 0, 0, and set. Okay, fuel heat off, APU air off.
Make Golf Romeo, line up correction, cross runway
pneumatic thrust feeds, closed.
121-705.
Brake temperature,
Cross runway 05.
checked. What did I do now? Stay on the next page, please. Okay, brake temperature checked, engine ignition both, EOAP checked, before takeoff checklist complete. And with that, we are good to go. Probably waiting for a landing traffic on runway 15. And I suppose once they are passed, it's gonna be out too.
Airline 912, wind 110 degrees, 5 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
Airline 912, runway 05, clear for takeoff. Schönes Wochenende.
In Bluetooth.
Okay, timing and takeoff. Stop. Flaps are out, aren't they? Yeah, they are in the 6th position. Aeroloid 912, stopping, standby. So, why did we get that takeoff config warning?
Airline 912, again.
Aeroloid 912, we are stopping. Have a takeoff config warning, standby.
Airline 912, roger. Can't take clearance for now.
Takeoff clearance cancelled, Aeroloid 912. Huh, why do we get the flap warning? They are out in the 6th position. Oh, I think we didn't select them down here. Is that gonna change the takeoff config warning? Let's give that a try. Yeah, indeed. Aeroloid 912, we fixed the problem, we are ready again.
Airline 912, roger, wind 110 degrees, 5 knots, runway 05, clear for takeoff.
Runway 05, clear for takeoff, Aeroloid 912. Schönes Wochenende jetzt aber. Okay, takeoff.
Scanning at 652, arrive, correction departing, Aeroloid on runway 05, reduce speed.
Okay, thrust set.
Reducing speed, Canadian 52.
80 knots. Checked. V1. Rotate. Will you? Here we go. Positive climb. Gear up. That took its time.
Scandinavian 652, wind 110 degrees, 5 knots, runway 15, clear to land.
Run 15, clear to land, Scandinavian 652.
He's not... There he is. That was okay. That was sufficient timing. Okay.
Airline 912, just for information, the radar is now going offline, so monitoring the code 122 decimal 8, bye-bye.
Oh, shot it. 122.8, Aeroloid 912, just.
Go.
Okay. VNAV. It's not our day in terms of ATC today. Wherever we're flying, they go offline. Okay, so where is the autopilot flying us? Nav track is engaged. Huh, but we still have manual control over the aircraft, look at that. Even though it has AP1 down there. Now it starts to work. Very interesting behavior. Very interesting behavior. No further comments on that. Why does it start a descent now? Hello? Okay, manual control. I have no idea what that autopilot is doing, so... Flaps up. And slats retract. Okay, fly the aircraft first. Speed slow. No, don't worry, my friend, don't worry. So, VNAV capture, but we will continue that climb here, please. So, letting go of the controls again, and this looks better. I really have no clue why the airplane started to descend here. Doesn't seem to make any sense to me. Okay, continue the climb, please. Set standard. Standard cross-check, passing flight level 50 now. Okay, a little bit off track now. Well, that was just strange autopilot behavior. That caught me off guard. We did correct it. We didn't let it go to any unintended flight path, but not the kind of stuff that is supposed to happen. Okay, after takeoff checklist. Brake temperature checked, landing gear up, no lights, flaps flat, 0 retracted, engine ignition off, and fuel tank pumps on, altimeters. Standard passing flight level 66 now. After takeoff climb checklist complete. Okay, so let's just give it a direct to that Delta Foxtrot, Delta Hotel 153 point here again. Well, I tell you what, let's just go straight to eDeco. No need to do all those strange turns here. I think that's probably the better option, isn't it? Okay, up to flight level 230. And that's flight level 230 checked. So, just a quick check. ART can go back on again, but VNAV is in command anyway. And climb thrust has been selected by VNAV already. Nonetheless, we can still select the button manually here so that we get the limit actually shown on the display. Well, and I think that's mostly it. By the way, did you see that lovely effect when I'm changing the range of the display? No, not that microphone that we have in front here. So, have a look at the route as I'm changing the range. You can see how the symbol generator needs a little while to actually show it up again. But only when it loads for the first time, it seems. Like here, it takes time, but if I'm going back now, then go back forward, then it has that stuff in its memory already. Nice. Okay, 10,000. So, fuel is balanced with 4 pumps on, the lights off, APU off, air condition and pressurization. It's 4.1, climbing and set. Okay, well, and that's it. Monitoring 1 to 1.5. So, with that good stuff done, we're in the air. It's a bit unfortunate that ATC just went offline again, but I'm sure we're going to have some as we're heading into Frankfurt. So, TCAS range, let's just put it up to maximum here. 15, above, looking good. Such a strange feeling to fly the MD-80 again. It's really not an aircraft I fly every day, but I still love to come back to it every now and then. Because it is just such an incredibly good simulation. Or such an incredibly well done simulation, that's what I wanted to say. It's one of those aircraft that are just really enjoyable to fly. Okay then, I think it's gonna stay smooth up here. Seatbelts auto. So, what does the FMS say now? 14:45, so that's in 50 minutes. I didn't expect it to take that long. So 24 miles to the top of climb. Don't have a descent forecast available here, but you can always look at this So KRX 110 above. I think they want you at flight level 130 at KRX for runway 07 ops. So let's go ahead and enter that. So the top of descent is somewhere close to Ranin, and that is 1418. So we've got about 20 minutes here in which we can enjoy the silence and in which we can enjoy just not having to do anything. So this is the part of the flight that I like the most, where you don't have to work. Of course, you do work, but you guys know what I mean. Where you don't have to constantly do something. Yeah, let's match the heading back here. And I have a feeling, since we really have that much time available, we might just climb to a slightly higher level here and don't just keep it at 230. Now, just gotta check that there is no upper level ATC online whom we might fly into if we do that, but there is currently nobody, so we might just go ahead and climb to a higher level then. I'd say if we make it flight level 270 or something the likes, then that should be alright. So, cruising altitude 270. Enter, execute, and optimum is 297, so we could even go level 290, but I don't want to go too high here. Let's have a quick look at our flight plan. Ops impact, 2000 above. Yeah, they say it uses extra fuel, but look at that, saves 4 minutes already. So we're definitely going higher here. It does make sense. Okay, so something that's been added only recently to the charts is the en route charts. So let's see, we can display our own position on here. Looks like we can't display the route, but we don't really have to. So I'm pretty happy with this, especially when you load them up. So let's just change out and in again. It remembers the last zoom level, which not all current EFB implementations do. But if it remembers the zoom level, it means if you zoom all the way in to see the live taxi chart, you actually have that thing available again after the flight as well. So you can just leave it zoomed in. And worth mentioning as well, if I'm just zooming really quickly, you can see it takes a little while to load the chart again, but it does not cause the simulator to lag or anything the likes. Because that's a problem that I've really seen quite a lot on other aircraft, including the PMDG and the Phoenix. So quite cool that they managed to get that stuff right. I do like that. Okay, so the new cruising level is in here. Just a quick look at the air conditioning system to make sure that it's able to keep up, but that's looking quite good. Differential pressure somewhere around 6 or 7, that is normally what I would expect on a typical aircraft. Climbing at 350 feet a minute, beautiful. And just a quick check on the side over here as well. Temperature, 26 inside, that's just about fine. I really like these old school analog cockpits here, like the MD-80 has it, or like the A300, or the 737 Classic. I tend to say that's kind of my kind of favorite cockpit layout, even though I do like the modern ones as well, say the 787, 737 MAX, A350. Those are pretty good as well. I'm not 100% sure about the A380 yet, as it's somewhat of a hybrid there, with the displays being rather similar to the A350, but just quite a bit smaller. But on the other hand side, the A380 does have a more modern FMS layout, which I do really appreciate as well. I'm really excited to see the Unibuilt A350 coming to our sim, as the A350 has that new FMS layout as well. I heard a lot of very good things about it, but I've never actually got to use it yet, so excited to see what it's gonna look like, and how different it's actually going to be, and most importantly, how much easier it will actually make our work. Okay, crossing Ideco, 12 minutes. Quick look at our fuel over here. Ideco, schedule 13, 4,900 on board. We've got 5,500, so we're actually saving quite a bit of gas. I'm not gonna say no to that. Of course, our top of climb down here is not gonna be exactly accurate. Okay, vertical speed. Flight level 270 armed, 1,000 to go. All checked. We have a top of descent here yet? Yeah, around about 120 miles. Very good. In other words, small cruise, just about enough time to eat a little bit of lunch or something, and then we can start our approach preparation into Frankfurt already. Talk about approach preparation in Frankfurt. Once we're at cruise level, we'll see if we can receive the Asus already to figure out our landing runway. But with that forecast, I think it's pretty surely going to be 07. And coming from the north, probably 07 left, hopefully 07 right. We'll have to check with ATC once we get there. Okay, Alt hold. VNAV. So, reducing speed quite a bit here. What's that, 290? Something like that? 0.705. Yeah, that's okay. Not gonna make much of a difference. Okay, at cruise level. TCAS towards below. And here we are. Wonderful, so let's get the approach charts to find our Asus frequency. So, star, we're coming in via Kerax, so probably Kerax 5 Delta, Kerax 4 Delta, and the Asus is on 118030. But looks like we just don't receive the Asus yet. That's fine. Well, we are data link equipped, so why not just get it well, nowadays conventional way. Okay, request Asus. Echo Delta Delta Foxtrot, and we're looking for an arrival. Propeller battery. Oh, that's better. Sent. Asus, Frankfurt arrival information echo, time 1320. In other words, that's 43 minutes old. But okay, expect dependent parallel ILS Yankee 07 left or ILS 07 right, runways in use 7 right and 7 left, GLS on request. Well, we can't do that. 06085, slightly variable, cover K291011. Looks good to me. Okay, so 0.699 is okay, 250 below flight level 100, please. I think we have to enter it that way in the MD-80, but that's fine. Okay, forecast. Unfortunately, we can't request that, so 250, 150, and 100. Transition level 70. Okay, so let's see what we can find. Never really know which of those sections the wind data block is on. Here we go, dispatch info. Okay, descend. What do we have? Level 200, 206 at 26. Next up, level 150 is 209 at 18. And last but not least, level 100, 193 at 11. Okay. I don't think we can insert a runway over here, can we? 07 right. Airbus format doesn't work. Well, then I'm just gonna insert the airport, and that'll have to do. Alright, so for the arrival itself, let's find those charts. So, coming from Kerax, and yeah, just a couple of above restrictions. As mentioned, I do believe it is level 130 here for ATC purposes. Then on towards Gedan, Delta Fox 437. So we have Kerax, level 130, Gedan, Delta Fox 437. And then via the downwind, Delta Fox 439er, 441, 234 onto the extended downwind. And that's exactly what we have. Okay, then radar vectors towards the approach, and the approach is going to be the either Yankee 7 left or 07 right. I'll plan 07 right for now. That would definitely save us a little bit of taxi time. And we've landed on 7 left a couple times on channel now. Now, if ATC insists that we do it, then we do, but otherwise we could certainly make our life easier here. Okay, so from Delta Fox 654 we go inbound, and the numbers are just counting down. And that's what we have here, 654, and then we have 6702, 20 knots above 4000. And that's this one here, looking good. And thereafter 660 in 4000, 3-degree glide, which we have, looking good. Okay, missed approach, Delta Fox 675, 278, to 5000, then turn right to Frankenstein at 5000. Okay, so 675, 278, 5000, Frankenstein 5000, looking good. 109 or 110.95. Set, and 066 on the courses. Okay, so that's pretty much it. That's the setup part we can do. Minimums 527, respectively 200 radio. Here we go. And 200 radio. Okay. On the FO side as well, I suppose. Nope, automatically set. Even better. By the way, really nice to see that they've added the little reminder chart there, saying passenger numbers and what kind of specials or persons with reduced mobilities we have on board. In this case, wheelchair Charlie, wheelchair Sierra. The C and the S basically defines there are more. There is Romeo as well. And a lot of others, but those basically define the level of mobility of those passengers. Alright, so that good stuff out of the way. I'd say we can start the approach briefing. Maybe we can do some landing calculations here first. So performance, landing, and we're going to Frankfurt, EDDF. dry, runway 07, we'll calculate 07 left, because that is the shortest of the runways. So, I'd say we take wind calm, temperature 29, QNH 1011. So, reverse, no, auto brake, minimum, VRF addition 5 knots, looking good. Landing weight, so currently is 56, 55, so let's make that 56. Okay, that's actually quite a bit more landing distance than I thought. Well, in that case, auto brake medium. That's looking good. So let's just check our runway length again. I think it's 2,700, something like that. So here we go, and it is 2,800, the shortest runway. If we can land on 7 left, we can of course land on 7 right. Okay, so that's looking good. With that, our setup is pretty much done. Let's also get the taxi chart, and last but not least, the parking stand charts. Here we go. So lots of stuff that we have clipped down here now, but, well, so be it. Okay, wonderful. Well then, let's go ahead with our approach briefing. So, threats for the arrival. The airplane doesn't slow down that easily, so we might have to take the landing gear early. Basically, upon glide slope, intercept gear down flaps 28, and that's it. Apart from that, I probably forgot to set the dial flap selector to 15, which can be used on approaches. So 15 is selected, perfect. Okay, another threat is a last minute runway change. If that happens, we'll basically do frequency courses minimums. We have already clipped the chart for runway 07 right, so there's nothing to worry about in these terms. And I think that's pretty much it. Alright then. So, if that's all our threats, let's go ahead with our standard stuff. So, speeds are in, winds are in. I just marked Frankfurt in the fixed page here, we'll see if we're actually going to need it. The arrival is the Kerax for Delta arrival, leading us onto downwind for either runway 07. Approach is going to advise us which one we're going to get, so coming in over Kerax, we have plenty of time available to decide on that. ILS approach, runway 07. Let's start briefing for 07 right here, and then we'll see about the others later. So, 07 right, starting in 11.6 miles, 4,000 feet, 3-degree glide slope, minimum 527, go around via the ANAV procedures. And in case of missed approach, inform ATC immediately. Okay, parallel independent operations may be in force. It's not. MSA 4300. Well, and that's pretty much it. Any questions? No? Wonderful. In that case, I will quickly do a PA. Dear guests from the Fartec, this is your captain speaking. We've reached our cruising altitude of 27,000 feet and we will start our descent towards Frankfurt again in the next couple of minutes. We would like to take this opportunity to thank you very much for choosing Aeroloid for today's flight. Hope you have enjoyed it as much as we did, and we look forward to welcome you all again on board of a future flight. Thank you very much for being our guests, and last but not least, the latest weather information in Frankfurt. Currently it's clear skies and a temperature of 29 degrees. Thank you very much for flying with us, and we look forward to welcome you all again on board of a future scheduled service. Liebe Gäste aus dem Cockpit, Herr Kapitän, wir werden in Kürze unseren Sinkflug in Richtung Frankfurt beginnen mit einer verbleibenden Flugzeit von etwa 25 Minuten. Das Wetter aktuell 29 Grad bei klarem Himmel. Wir bedanken uns ganz herzlich, dass Sie unsere Gäste waren, wünschen Ihnen einen schönen Aufenthalt und gegebenenfalls eine gute und sichere Weiterreise und würden uns freuen, Sie bald wieder an Bord eines unserer Flugzeuge begrüßen zu dürfen. Vielen Dank für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Okay. So, looking good. Now, checking for ATC that's online. They've got all the approaches, but they don't have any center. That means we can take a little shortcut here, so let's go direct to Pirax. And execute. Reset FGCP out. So, level 130 at Pirax. And that is set and 130 armed. We'll see how long the arrival delay is going to be. I don't think it's going to be too long today. I really don't think it's going to be too long. Okay, so descent checklist please. And then we might just quickly want to set the hydraulic system back on. Okay. Approach and landing briefing performed. Flight guidance system set, TRI. Set to go around. Landing data. Well, we could have set those speedbugs here. So, confirmed speedbugs. We have 127, 176, 156, and 139. Altimeters. Course checked. Hydraulic system, aux trans high, and pressurization is checked. And now also set correctly. Descent check is complete. Okay, reaching the top of descent here. So, VNAV should be armed for the descent. Let's see if it's going to do it automatically. Yeah, VNAV descent has activated, and down we go. Our next frequency should be 120805. So let's work ahead a bit. And just start listening in. But it doesn't sound too busy. I'm surprised. 120805. And we did definitely do the correct selection. Huh. We'll wait until we are below level 245, then ATC can see us on their screen. And then hopefully we're going to get a couple of early right-hand turns in order to cut the arrival short a little bit. So once we're below 245, I'll just give him a call. Maybe we can use the meantime.
Expect radar vectoring. GLS approach on request. Transition level 70. Wind variable 7 knots. Cab OK. Temperature 30. 2.17.
Oh, even hotter by now.
1011. Trend. Nosing. Frankfurt information Foxtrot. Out.
Langradar, hello, Airline 912, flight level 232, descending, inbound Kerax, information Foxtrot.
Airline 912, hello, identified Foxtrot is correct. Proceed direct to 437, thereafter 444.
Direct 437, thereafter 444, Airline 912.
Airline 912, descent level 130.
Descent level 130, Airline 912. Okay, direct 437, thereafter 444. Which is basically that straight line that we have here. Might just as well clean it up. 437, 444, execute. And you, my friend, will definitely keep descending. Okay, vertical speed. Let's give them something like 1500. So reaching level 130 at 437, I think that's gonna be just about fine. Gotta make sure that we don't collide with any of the departures that they have in this area. So departures coming out from here and then turning up north, but I think it's gonna be fine this way. If not, ATC would say something. Okay, QNH 1011. Let's go ahead and pre-select that on the standby already, so that we have a little bit of a reminder there.
arrival, very good. Frankfurt arrival, very good evening.
Ocean 901. Ocean 901, hello, identified. Descent flight level 100.
It's a beautiful airplane, isn't it?
Level 100, we have a combo.
I do really like that MD-80.
Taro 208, descent 4000 feet, QNH 101.
But I say that about a lot of aircraft, I did notice. Okay, fasten belts on. Just in case things do get a little bit quicker than expected. Even though I don't really have reason to believe they will, but better safe than sorry. It's really incredible looking at the amount of fuel that we have used already. If you look at this, we started at 7,000 kilos, so we're down 2.5 tons already. That's quite some juice that the aircraft likes to drink. No surprise that they eventually replaced these. If you compare that to the 737, that's a fuel burn difference of maybe, well, 2.5 would have been the entire trip fuel for the entire flight in the 737. Probably even less than that. And then again, it carried the same amount of passengers, so you definitely notice that this is somewhat of an older aircraft. One of the primary reasons why the MD-80 takes so much extra fuel is if you look at the engine inlets, then you will notice that they have a very small bypass ratio. So basically, those more modern aircraft have a lot of space next to the engine core, inside the engine. And this is the so-called bypass ratio, where a modern aircraft would suck in about 5 or 6 times the air that the JT8D engine on the MD-80 sucks in. And since most of the air actually goes through the core of the engine, so through the combustion chamber in the MD-80, that basically means higher fuel usage while creating less thrust. And that is also the reason why, if you look at modern aircraft like the 787 or like the 737 MAX, A320neo, you have those very small engine cores comparably, and the pretty large bypass areas next to them. It just saves a good lot of fuel.
Frankfurt arrival, hello. Saudi Arabia, Automac 5 heavy flight level 126, descending flight level 100.
So 437 is where we're going, thereafter about 30 miles until we redeem the field. We've got the Feldberg up here, which is the reason for the MSA we've got.
Information foxtrot on board.
And, well, we should have an excellent view of the Feldberg today. At least I surely hope so.
0408,
So, let's take a quick moment to recap if there is anything we have forgotten that we could do. But I don't really think so, huh? Dial of flap selector is set to 15. That's the big one that I keep forgetting about those MADDOGs. Now, auto brake, I'll keep it a minimum for now. If you get 07 right, we'll use minimum, the cage close to the end. If you get 07 left, then we'll go medium as calculated. Pretty busy ATC, though I have to say it's not as busy as I was afraid it might be.
The message was for the 8 kilo Yankee, the 35,000, please take a QNH.
Okay, vertical speed minus 1,000.
4,000, QNH 101, minus 8 kilo Yankee. 8 kilo Yankee, 4,000, 4,000.
1,000 to go. And the altitude is armed on the FMA as well.
Are you the approach? Wait. My plane is not responding to my command. I don't know.
Well, then do something about it. Disconnect the autopilot.
Can you repeat this heading?
Hey, Tower 208, you crossed the localizer already. Yeah. Are you able for visual approach 07 right?
Yes, I can see the light.
Tower 208, the runway is the right one at your 1 o'clock position. Clear visual approach runway 07
Altitude
right.
capture. Very interesting phraseology here. The runway is the right one. Like, which of the three is the right one? You know that good meme like, okay, engine failure. Okay, confirm the left engine is the right engine? Yeah, it's the right engine. Okay, right engine shutdown.
Descending flight level 80, ist schon bekannt, was es wird. Und das 7 ist der Left oder das 7 ist der Right? 07 Right.
Ah, machen wir 07 Right drauf.
Alles klar, 07 Right, danke.
Also 1 Kilo Yankee right heading 3.
I like it. We haven't gotten our runway either yet, but we can wait until we rebeam the field. Might get busy in case we get a runway change then, but let's give it a little bit of time. Normally ATC is going to get back to us there.
07 left Yankee, descent level 110.
Papa Lloyd? That's not us. Aero
Sorry,
Lloyd.
Airline 912, I did Yankee 07 left, descent flight level 110.
Yankee 07 left, descent level 110, Aero Lloyd 912.
Das war 1 Kilo Yankee right heading
Okay.
050, clear.
I told you they would tell us. So, flight level 110, vertical speed, and Yankee 07 left, so we got a replan over
Tower
here.
208, contact tower 11878.
11878,
So, 07 left Yankee. Here we go. So, Yankee 7 left, 110.3.
Das war 9 Alpha November, descent 4000 feet, clear 1011.
Here we go, and the minimum's 504. Looking good, and that is again 200 above the ground. Missed approach now, Delta Fox 363, 850, left turn 362, max 210, 1870, and we have that. And thereafter via 473, max 220, 3940 towards town is 5000, max 250. And that's exactly what we have. Wonderful. 1000 to go. Okay, setup complete. That was easy. I wish it was that easy in all aircraft.
9 Alpha November, first speed reduction, then extra descent.
Okay, there's our airport.
Good afternoon, Airbus 1 Fox Mike at flight 140 down to 100. So 9 Alpha November, maintain 200 knots now, vectors new approach, right heading 250.
One guy is departing right down there,
Right heading 250.
but it definitely sounds a lot more relaxed than it did on the last couple of approaches we did here.
So 8 Kilo Yankee Tower 11878.
11878, so 78 kilometers, bye-bye.
Kilometer 1 Mike Lima, speed 220 knots, descent 4000 feet, QNH 101.
11878 is pre-selected.
Descent 4000 feet, speed 220 knots.
That's a 5 hotel and frequency.
Okay, well, so we're on the downwind now. I'm going to leave all values unchanged here. ATC normally takes care of everything in Frankfurt. The pilot is literally just the person making sure that the instructions are safe for the aircraft type in question. Because they do have a tendency to keep you very fast in Frankfurt. Sometimes you intercept the 3.2 degree glide at 220 knots, and well, that is something where on the A330 we gotta say, nah, can't do that. On some other aircraft, on the 777 it wouldn't be a problem.
First, Airline 912, descend 5,000 feet, QNH 1011.
Airline 912, descend 5,000, QNH 1011.
Lufthansa 3, Kilo Yankee, turn left heading 100, cleared ILS approach.
Okay, speed back 250.
Turn left heading 100 and
Idle.
approach 07 right.
Set QNH 1011.
Lufthansa 9 Alpha November, turn right heading 040, cleared ILS approach.
1011 cross check, passing 10,900 now. And since we're about to go below 10,000, I've started the reduction towards 250 knots. That is the only speed reduction that they do anticipate in Frankfurt.
Lufthansa Park Hotel, flying radar hello identified.
So, it starts to look rather busy on TCAS.
Lufthansa Park Hotel, expect runway 07 left.
Okay, signs are on, lights are on, fuel pumps on, angle of bank 25, and 1 to 1.5 deselected. Okay, beautiful.
Airline 912, I have you planned on 30 track miles. Is that fine for you?
Airline 912 FM.
Roger.
30 miles is just about good. Might need to help the plane a tiny bit here.
Lufthansa 3 Kilo Yankee, contact tower 118.
So, speed brakes 1/3.
1878, Lufthansa 3 Kilo Yankee, thanks, bye-bye.
Okay, so, approach checklist, cabin signs, on and on. Fuel system set, altimeters and box, set and cross-checked, approach checklist complete.
Airline 912, contact director 127280, coordinate on the job.
127280 with the full story of my life, Airline 912, cheers.
Cheers. Ocean 901, descend to altitude 4000
So,
feet,
12728. Director, hello, Aeroloid 912.
Airline 912, hello, identified.
The speed brake is really effective in the MD-80, that makes our job a lot easier. And look at this is only the first level of speed brake here. You can see it's really not a lot, but if we take a look at our vertical speed indicator, we're doing almost 2,000 feet a minute with that. So, pretty good. Okay. I'm pretty sure we're going to get a left turn any moment now, so... What do we have?
911, speed 220 knots, turn left heading 160.
Airline 912, confirm, speed 210, left heading 160.
Yeah, sorry, 912, speed 210, left 160.
Speed 210, left 160, Airline 912. Not too many Aeroloids flying these days anymore. Okay. Nonetheless, you always need to be careful here. So, Frankfurt. Delta Fox 450. What do they do now? And intercept course 066. Okay, execute. Here we go. Center line is extended. Approaching 1000 to go, and let's extend.
Ocean 901, director.
Speed brakes in. Speed going back to 10.
911, left heading 100, cleared LS Yankee 07 left.
Left heading 100, cleared LS Yankee 07 left, Airline 911, correction 912. Now I said it as well already. Okay, so speed back to 10, cleared for the ILS.
Ocean 901, descend at 1,500 feet per minute, operator.
And ILS is out.
1500, operator,
Okay, let's...
912, reduce speed 180 knots.
180 knots, Airline 912. Alright, flaps 15.
Ocean 901, turn right heading 340.
Right to 340, Ocean 901.
So, localizer capture, glide slope capture. And gear down. So, flaps 28, limit 195 knots. We're just within that. I think I'm going to keep it on flap 15 for the time being, but...
Airline 912, radio start at 17 knots, maintain until 6 miles.
170 till 6, Airline 912. Okay, is the speed responding? Just about, yeah. That's okay. Alright, go around altitude 5,000 is set, the landing gear is down. Ignition going towards B. Speed brake armed, and...
Motion 901, maintain 220 knots.
Can't arm the auto brake yet. Okay, tell you what, flaps 28. Let's go to the final setting here. That'll make it quite a bit easier later on. So, runway heading 066.
Saudi Arabia, Automatic 5 Heavy, flight level 85,
And
4,000 feet.
final checklist. Landing gear down 3 green, flaps slats, 28 green light, speed brakes, armed, engine ignition, both EOAP, checked, final checklist complete.
124, 855.
124, 855, Airline 912, tschüss. Ciao, hallo, Aeroloid 912, ILS Yankee 07 left.
Last station, say again.
Ciao, schönen guten Tag, Aeroloid 912, ILS Yankee 07 left.
First, Lufthansa 6 Kilo, wind variable 7 knots, runway 07 center, cleared for takeoff.
Lufthansa 6 Kilo, 07 center, cleared for takeoff.
Air Portugal 57 Sierra, taxi forward on runway 18, hold short intersection right.
Yes, no, maybe? Probably no.
Air Portugal 57 Sierra, current 575, taxi forward, hold short intersection right.
Okay, so let's bring that control column back in so that you guys can see what I'm doing on it.
Forward to intersection Mike, Scala 575.
Okay, we're about to reach 6 miles.
Okay, to the Mike 13 taxi, Mike.
3 Kilo Yankee, turn right Mike,
Reducing
8, hold
speed,
short.
and we're looking at 144 final approach speed.
Taxi Mike 8, hold short, cat 23 for runway 25 center, Lufthansa 3 Kilo Yankee.
Engine Airways 15 Lima on frequency.
Engine Airways 15 Lima.
Engine Airways 15 Lima, wind variable 7 knots, 07 right, clear to land, okay to the left.
Runway 07 right, clear to land, okay to the left. Engine Airways 15 Lima.
Aeronoid 912, Kappa 6 approved, wind variable 7 knots, runway 07 left, clear to land.
Kappa 6 approved, 07 left, clear to land, Aeroloid 912.
Lufthansa 6 Kilo identified, call Langen radar frequency 120155.
Lufthansa 6 Kilo Langen 120155.
That plane reduced its speed really quickly.
I
thought it was much worse than that.
Taxi via Lima 1, hold short of Lima.
Might just have kept the speed a little bit longer then, or not extended the landing flaps that early, but hey, here we are. In the worst case, I'd rather have a stabilized approach than having any of those reduction problems.
Yeah, to cross 07 center there. Lima 1, hold short, Lima, Lufthansa 8 Kilo.
Checked.
Tower, good evening. Good afternoon.
So, my first MD-80 landing in quite a while. Let's see how that's gonna turn out.
Air Portugal 575, wind variable 7 knots, runway 18, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 18, Scala 575.
Tower 208, contact apron 121.
Man, auto throttle is really working against keeping my aircraft stable here. Whenever it changes the thrust, I need to change my trim. Tell you what, auto throttle off.
12955, Lufthansa 8 Kilo Yankee, bye bye.
Fox Lima Yankee 705 on frequency.
Continue.
Frankfurt Tower, good day with you. Fly 705 on Lim, runway 18, ready for departure.
Fly 705, Frankfurt Tower, hello, line up runway 18, on runway 18, taxi forward, hold short of intersection, Mike.
Okay, speed brakes, thrust wheels normal.
Yeah, and confirm the last pass, taxi forward, hold short of intersection, Mike.
Manual brakes.
Confirm taxi to interception, flight 705.
Flight 705, correct. On runway 18, you can taxi forward to hold short.
Nobody really seems to
and then about
nobody really seems to realize that.
Hold short of Mike after taxi.
And it's not exactly the instruction you would expect to get, unless you read the airfield brief, which I know a lot of simmers don't do.
München Airways 1 Mike Lima, right on Mike. Mike 6, hold short, runway 207 center.
Roger, right into Mike, and Mike 16, holding short, runway 07 center.
Frankfurt Tower, hello, Saudi Arabia Auto Mike 5 Heavy, final 07 right.
Saudi Arabian Hotel Mike 5, Frankfurt Tower, hello. All stations, QNH 1010. Air Portugal 575, identified
1010. I have a feeling he forgot us, which is not good on the way up the bridge.
1.755, left channel Gauss 575.
Frequency 120.
Okay, off landing checklist, flat flaps, 15 extend, speed brakes.
755.
Flight 705.
Retracted, engine ignition off, pitot and static heaters off, anti-ice off, radar off, after landing checklist complete.
Saudi Arabian Hotel Mike 5, wind variable 7 knots, 07 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 07 right, Saudi Arabia Auto Mike 5.
Aeroloid 912, runway vacated.
Hey firm, Tower 15 Hotel will be fully established ILS. Yankee 0 coming left, 595.
Lufthansa 5 Hotel, Papa 6 approved, wind variable 7 knots, 07 left, clear to land.
Clear to land.
Taxi clearance?
5 Hotel 0 coming left.
Aeroloid 912, taxi via Papa November 11, hold short of November.
Papa November 11, hold shot November, Aeroloid 912. And now comes the challenge of getting the aircraft to accelerate again on the way up the bridge. You can see we're at 40% N1 now, nothing. But we are normally really not supposed to go above that. Oh well, suppose we have to help ourselves here, huh?
Last station, call sign again.
Tower, this is Vistara 441, holding short of runway 18. Request takeoff clearance.
Ouch.
Last station, I don't see you on my radar screen. Please check if you are connected as observer and check your call sign.
Stand by, Vistara 441.
Okay, so we continue via November 11 and hold short of November. That means we go all the way straight. We don't hold after the bridge, but we go straight until the parallel crossing taxiway. Now, I've had quite a lot of landings on the northern runway here in Frankfurt yet, where we went down the bridge and on the other side we had to hold short November 11 because they were towing aircraft. Now, if you take a look at what the apron looks like over here, this is the maintenance apron. So, what you are going to see rather often is that they'll have aircraft that are getting towed from November over here into November 11 and then onto the maintenance apron. And then you always got a hold short down here. Now that can look really, really impressive if you can taxi nose to nose with the 747 to just a couple meters. Really impressive.
659 number 2. Number 2, thanks. Flight 705, contact Langen radar frequency.
And here's one of those cars that I told you about. They just never hold short for you.
Frankfurt Tower, flight 705, repeat the just frequency, thank you, sorry.
136, 130, no readback required, brake, Condor 6 Lima Alpha, wind variable 7 knots, runway 18 cleared for takeoff.
Yeah, for takeoff, 18, Condor 6 Lima Alpha.
Lufthansa 3 Kilo Yankee, cross runway 07 center on the other side, hold short of Lima.
Okay, looks like they'll make us hold short and stop again. Aeroloid 9012 holding short November.
I-81 on Lima, ready for departure.
Aeroloid, say again your call sign again.
Aeroloid 9012 holding short November.
9012, apron 121855.
121855, Aeroloid 9012. Tschüss, schönes Wochenende.
Station confirm, iFly 581.
Apron, iFly 581.
581 Frankfurt Tower, hello, number 2 behind the A320.
So,
Stand up,
121, 855.
November 7, hold short of November.
November 7, hold short of November 7, stand 5 meters.
Apron, hello, Aeroloid 9012, November 11, short November.
Aeroloid 912, Frankfurt Apron, hello, Victor 121, left turn on November.
Victor 121, left November, Aeroloid 9012.
Lufthansa 6, Papa Fox away, for taxi.
Okay, so left on November and then pretty much all the way straight. And this time we do not have anybody in front of us. So this time we can do it at a proper speed. So November is over here. Entering that right now. Okay, so last time it took 18 minutes for the taxi. This time we are going to be quite a bit faster.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Tango, continue via November 7 Orange line, hold short of Lima.
November 5, November 7, Orange.
So 40% N1, time to accelerate all the way up to 30 knots, and then Victor 121. That is quite a bit straight ahead.
Aeroloid 912, hold short of November 5.
Aeroloid 912, hold short November 5. Okay, that is not this one over here. Even though this Airbus is definitely going too slow for my taste. Much too slow for my taste. Okay, Victor 121. Follow me, no thanks. Handling by Frankfurt Airport. Okay, please get going, Lufthansa. Yeah, he's behind the line, that's fine.
Lufthansa 97 Charlie, we're ready to push once again.
97 Charlie, pushback approved, face north in front of
Okay, November 5 is the next
737 behind.
The next one on the left
would we
here.
just do a straight pushback and then we turn north?
So, what are we waiting for over here?
Confirm you're ready for taxi? Your traffic will push in front, I call you.
Copy.
Aeroloid 912 at November 5.
Roger.
Whom are we waiting for?
Lufthansa 8 Tango, hold position, contact 121 decimal 755.
121 decimal 755.
And you were supposed to hold short of Lima. I need you to really pay attention to the instructions. We cannot work that way.
So, we are supposed to go straight ahead.
Airline, I want to expect a couple minutes. I want to get the outbound aircraft from the left path.
Roger. Any chance we can just pass straight ahead and hold short somewhere in between?
You can contact 121 decimal 955 and if you can get a word in with him, then you are good to go probably.
Roger, 121 955, Aeroloid 912.
Lufthansa 6, Papa Foxtrot, with a small problem, got
Another right on November 1 again and follow the 3 jets on the Pendular.
Right.
I really don't see why we can't continue taxi here. Apron hello, Aeroloid 9012 Lima, correction, November short, November 5.
Key round to the south first. Lock. Other station calling, call sign again?
Aeroloid 9012 holding short, November 5.
Aeroloid 9012, Frankfurt 8 hello. Expect Victor 121, continue straight ahead by November.
Victor 121, straight ahead, November, Aeroloid 9012. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I really wouldn't know why we should wait for departing aircraft, especially since the intersection here is blocked.
Emirates 1-3 uniform, heavy request taxi.
Emirates 1-3 uniform, runway
Really not quite sure
November,
why they
November 1, hold short
did
of
that,
Lima
but okay.
Runway 18.
So we continue over here and then basically straight ahead all the time.
Thanks. 3 Kilo Yankee, contact airplane 121.855, cheers.
1855, 3 Kilo Yankee.
So to be sure you guys are in the loop, let's get the taxi chart out. And Victor 121 is over here, so basically straight ahead all the time.
Yeah, from now taxi right, November, and then November East, hold short of uniform 2.
Okay, clear left and clear right.
Can you please repeat the flight?
Yeah, first of all, hold short of November 1 now.
So I guess this guy has just completed his pushback here and is waiting for taxi, so let's just stop it over here and wait for him to pass.
First Bridget 636, contact tower 118.780.
118.780, Bridget 636 stop.
I should probably have stopped a little bit further up, so that we could have gone to the right over here and overtake that Lufthansa, but suppose we'll just have to wait. Our gate is over there, so once we're clear of him we can continue taxi. This guy is probably not going to be an issue.
Lima taxi right, Lima, dann Victor 118.
Klar, wunderbar, danke, Victor 118. Danke, Lima, danke, ciao.
Tschüss. Atlantic Papa advice, able intersection Sierra runway 18.
Okay, so I hope that's him in front there.
Ocean 1 give way to Embraer, joining Victor 118 via Lima, opposite direction.
Roger, we clear the way to the Embraer, Ocean 1.
Lieutenant, just to confirm, you were able for Sierra?
Excellent, that's correct. The Titan on the Papa Sierra is available.
So, Papa, continue via November East, hold short of uniform 2.
Okay.
November East, I'll show uniform 2.
I hope that was him now. And then we should hopefully be able to continue all the way to the gate. But yeah, if he's jumping up and down here, then it is probably him who's just starting to taxi. Welcome to VATSIM.
Emirates 1-3 uniform, continue via Lima. November, correction. Yeah, continue via Lima, hold short of November 3, and give way to Eurowings Discover, or yeah, Eurowings Discover, joining, correction. Give way to Eurowings Discover, 8320, joining left to right in Lima.
Okay, we'll give way to the Eurowings, left to right on Lima, and then Lima, November, and repeat after November.
Okay.
Hold short of November 3.
So, he's taxing, we're cleared all the way through.
Lima, hold short of
Good look over here at November 3, making sure that there is nobody coming left, right.
That's the Eurowings Discover from left to right, 8320 on Lima.
Oh, there is. Yeah, we see him left, and the Emirates on the uniform, thanks.
Okay, so clear on the left side and clear on the right side. Man, all that VATSIM traffic here really brings my computer down to its knees. It starts to lag. The airport itself actually has pretty good frames on my side, but it is really the VATSIM traffic that causes quite a couple of issues here.
With the uniform, contact
Okay.
Tower 118.780.
So, starting APU. And then we're looking for Victor 121. Probably where all the vehicles are. Rather close towards the end.
Frankfurt, apron, hello,
Okay,
Saudi
APU
Arabia,
is starting.
Heavy, Lima 1 holding short of Lima.
Saudi Arabian Hotel Mike 5, Frankfurt 800 O.
Okay,
then Victor 127, straight ahead, via November 1, hold short of November.
Send Victor 127, November 1, hold short of November.
And so let's retract.
Ocean 901, contact correction, taxi right.
Okay, Victor 122, we go one further.
Mike number 3 and then Charlie 1.
This should be this one here.
It's 13 uniform, continue via Lima, hold short of November 5.
Victor 121, here it is.
Hold short November 5, Emirates 1 to uniform heavy.
Okay.
632, are you able to push on November?
DC-80, no, that is not correct.
This is a 632 ASAP.
662, pushback approved, facing west onto November, and keep clear of November 1.
Pushback approved, facing west onto November, keep clear of November 1. This is a 632.
April numbers 1 to uniform.
That's 1 to uniform, correct?
The hold short instruction was at November 5 or 7?
That's 1 to uniform, that's correct, for November 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
Welcome Frankfurt. Shutting down. Anti-collision off. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will turn on the APU bleed over here. Parking checklist. Fuel tank pumps. 1 on. Aux and trans hydraulics. Both off. And parking brake pressure set and checked. Parking checklist complete. Alright my friends, I sure hope you enjoyed this one. I most certainly did enjoy flying the MD-80 again. Let me know in the comments if you did like it, and let me know which other types that we have flown in the past you would like me to revisit. Obviously the 777 is going to be up next, no doubt about that. But I do hope that you have enjoyed the flight in the meantime. Be sure to leave your like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell so that you get notified of upcoming videos. And if you really love what I'm doing on this channel, I would appreciate a small donation through the Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again on the next one.